Now, CO2 pistols are not particularly about power, and sometimes not even accuracy. They can simply be about the art of a piece or the history it represents. And sometimes they get under your skin and the attraction grows. This pistol from Gletcher is one of those guns, and the more I'm around it, the more I fall in love with it. The following programme contains no firearms, no scenes of hunting, no violence and no cruelty to animals. All guns shown are compressed air in spring, CO2 or pre-charged forms. The programme is aimed at being informative, entertaining and above all promoting safety. It is only made possible by the help from the following people who make up the production team and who give up their time and expertise free of charge. Hello and welcome to AAR On Air. It's another Russian theme today, thanks to the guys at Gletcher. Today it's the turn of another quirky gun, the NGT-R. This is an incredibly accurately produced replica of the Nagant M1895. It is so accurate, in fact, they include a warning in the box. The M1895 was a gun originally made in Belgium for the Russian market that was later manufactured in Russia, and approximately 2 million were made. Like most of these historic and iconic weapons, it has been seen in conflicts including the First and Second World Wars and countless other theatres of war all over the globe. It was used as an initial issue and of course captured use too. It was 7.62 or 30 caliber weapon and had 7 rounds rather than the usual 6, such as in the Webley Mark 6 or the Colt SAA revolvers. Its simple construction and small size made it a favourite with many groups of individuals. But its surprise was the fact that it had a gas seal system that prevented the gas escaping from the front of the cylinder when fired. This was achieved by moving the cylinder forward to seal against the barrel and was further achieved by the use of special ammunition. This made it the first revolver to be able to use a suppressor, and it became a weapon of choice for the Secret Service. As usual, a whole programme could be made around the history of this gun, but this is, after all, an Airgun channel and not the History channel. But it is worth reading up about it. Here in the West, we don't have a tendency to know much about Russian military history, and this is a shame, really. Enough of that then, the walk around. As I've already said, this is a very authentic replica. In its diminutive size of 10.5 inches or 235 millimeters and close to its original 1.8 pounds or 0.8 kilograms in weight, certainly when it's loaded with pellets and CO2. It was designed for functionality rather than aesthetics, and indeed it was said if it went wrong it could always be repaired with a hammer. The replica is all metal construction apart from the grip, and whilst this is plastic, it is excellent quality and again true to the original look. The action is single and dual, but in dual action it's a little bit like pulling a horse box with your little finger. Again, much like the original. For accuracy then, it's better to use it in single action, where the pull weight is actually reduced to 5.5 pounds. Again, not exactly a hair trigger, but neither was the original. The barrel then is rifled and recessed which should help the 177 pellets be more accurate. The sights though are fixed and non-adjustable front and rear. The cylinder is a 7-round cylinder and is loaded as per the Colt SAA through the side gate. Now there is no half cock with this, so the cylinder freely turns to load and unload. And of course the shells can either be removed to be loaded or can be loaded in situ. Unloading then can be done by simply tipping the gun up to allow the shells to fall out. Obviously it's done one at a time, or you can use the ejector rod which is under the front of the barrel. Simply push, rotate through about 180 degrees, pull out, turn it, then it can be used as a push rod. Now in this position the retaining pin for the cylinder can also be removed, allowing the removal of the cylinder itself. Again, this was exactly as per the original. Loading the 12 grams CO2 is done by simply removing the left hand side of the grip and inserting the CO2 and tightening into place using the loop screw on the bottom of the grip. Power then. As I've already said, it's not about power, this little gun, but in the interest of doing the full and complete job, well, the manufacturers claim an average velocity of 328 feet per second, which in itself is different because they're looking at an average figure rather than a maximum. So, what did the chrono reveal? Well, for a claimed average of 328, my average on a warm summer day was 418 feet per second, giving 2.84 foot-pounds or 3.86 joules. With a maximum of 425 feet per second, with the same 7.33 grain pellets, is 294 foot-pounds or 4 joules. So for once, we have a company that underestimates their performance. So, accuracy then. Usual indoor over 8 metre range. Not too shabby at all. I did a couple of these and was getting similar results every time. More than accurate for a very short barrel. Final summary then. This has to go down as one of the most technically accurate replicas I have had the pleasure of using. It's on the high price for a CO2 pistol, coming in at about £190 UK, but the attention to detail and engineering warrants that higher price, in my opinion. I realise that most people out there will be looking for a 1911 replica before anything else, but I assure you they are missing out on a terrific quality, deeply historic gun that, once in your hands, just grows on you. This little Gletcher is on my 2018 want one list.